The arena went silent and then erupted as Ronda Rousey's name echoed through the speakers. But this wasn't just another entrance, it was the start of a career-defining moment that had fans holding their breath. Ronda Rousey, the woman who terrified opponents in the UFC, had made her WWE debut years ago. But tonight, the wrestling world wasn't prepared for what was about to happen. Viewers on social media went wild as clips of her shadowed figure walking down the ramp spread like wildfire. The spotlight hit her face, showing that signature steely gaze, a look that once ended fights in mere seconds. The crowd erupted into chaos, some screaming in excitement, others in disbelief. Could Rousey still dominate a wrestling ring after so many years away? Fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. The once unstoppable mixed martial arts fighter had stepped into a world where storytelling, athleticism, and theatrics ruled, and the stakes were higher than ever. Every movement, every glance was being dissected frame by frame online. Ronda's first match in WWE shocked audiences then, but her return now carried a weight no one could ignore. Rumors of injuries, long absences, and personal struggles had circulated for months. Was she physically ready, emotionally prepared, or was this just another fleeting appearance designed for headlines? The arena's energy reached a fever pitch, amplifying the tension with every passing second. And then the first opponent appeared, a formidable presence, equally feared and skilled, standing mere steps from Rousey, staring her down. Fans couldn't take their eyes off the ring as the bell rang. Every strike, every feint had the crowd on edge. Viewers on social media dissected each moment, predicting outcomes, speculating on whether Rousey could even finish the match. The narrative of a comeback wasn't just happening, it was unfolding live, right before millions of eyes. The commentators could barely contain their astonishment. "I haven't seen anything like this in years," one shouted. "Ronda Rousey might just redefine what it means to return to WWE." And yet, beneath the cheers and the screams, a sense of uncertainty lingered. Fans everywhere were asking the same question. Could Rousey truly reclaim her throne in professional wrestling, or was this the beginning of a heartbreaking farewell? But just as the match escalated, a sudden twist occurred, one that no one saw coming. A shocking interference, a moment frozen in time, leaving the audience gasping and screens exploding with reactions. The moment would leave fans worldwide asking, is this the end or the start of Rousey's most shocking chapter yet? The arena fell into stunned silence. Ronda Rousey had gone down, and the reaction was instant chaos. It started as a routine move, the crowd screaming with every lift and twist, but in an instant the impossible happened. Rousey, the seemingly indestructible fighter, was clutching her arm, pain etched across her face. Fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. Footage immediately went viral, showing her struggling to rise. The commentators' voices trembled, their words barely keeping up with the panic. "We might be witnessing a career-altering moment here," one remarked. Ronda's injuries had long been whispered about in backstage circles: elbow issues, shoulder strains, a lingering nagging injury that even hardcore fans didn't know about. But nothing prepared the WWE universe for the stark reality of seeing it happen live. Viewers on social media went wild, dissecting every replay, speculating whether this was temporary or a career-ending setback. Memes, tweets, and shock videos began circulating within minutes. The crowd erupted into chaos, some chanting her name, some in stunned silence, unsure whether this was scripted or real. Medical staff rushed in, the drama intensifying. Every second was magnified by the live cameras, each close-up making fans wince. WWE, known for dramatic storytelling, suddenly found itself in the midst of the most real, raw drama imaginable. Fans couldn't take their eyes off the screen. Could Rousey come back from this? Or was this the final curtain call for one of wrestling's most electrifying stars? Backstage rumors swirled immediately. WWE insiders hinted at a possible long-term recovery, sparking speculation about Rousey's future. Headlines blared. Rousey's career in jeopardy, shocking injury threatens return, and every fan forum exploded with theories. Fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. The line between fiction and reality had blurred completely. But even in that moment of crisis, Rousey's resilience shone through. Clips showed her grimacing, yet refusing to let go, her eyes burning with determination. Viewers on social media were captivated by her sheer willpower, debating endlessly whether her fighting spirit could overcome the physical toll. Every rewatch brought new awe, as fans dissected her determination, her grit, and her iconic presence. Then, just when hope seemed fragile, Rousey rose, barely holding herself up, defying everyone's expectations. The crowd erupted like never before. Social feeds exploded with admiration, shock, and fear. Could she push through the pain, or was this the beginning of a dramatic farewell nobody wanted? As the arena lights dimmed, one question lingered in every fan's mind. Was this injury a temporary setback, or the beginning of the end for Ronda Rousey's wrestling career? Whispers backstage turned into a full-blown storm. Ronda Rousey's future in WWE was suddenly the hottest debate in the wrestling world. Fans couldn't believe what they were hearing. Rumors began circulating that her injuries were far worse than anyone realized. Some insiders claimed that Rousey had been battling chronic shoulder and elbow issues for months, while others suggested personal struggles were keeping her away from the ring longer than expected. Viewers on social media went wild, with hashtags trending worldwide. Number Ronda Rousey return, number career over, number WWE shock. The WWE universe erupted into chaos as speculation spiraled out of control. Could the former UFC star ever reclaim her former glory? Fans debated endlessly. Was this the beginning of a dramatic comeback, or the final curtain call for a fighter who had dominated both MMA and wrestling? Every snippet of information, every leaked photo or video became evidence in the ongoing saga. The crowd erupted into chaos as commentators tried to make sense of the whirlwind of news. We might be witnessing one of the most pivotal moments in WWE history, one said, his voice shaking with excitement. Rousey's previous hiatuses fueled the rumors even more. Her long breaks after UFC fights, her sporadic WWE appearances, and her focus on acting projects painted a picture of a star at a crossroads. Viewers on social media dissected every promo, every tweet, searching for hidden clues about whether she was truly ready to step back into the squared circle. Fans couldn't believe the level of suspense building around her next move, and then came the most shocking revelation. A trusted source hinted that Rousey had been offered a legendary matchup, one that could define her wrestling legacy forever. Fans were sent into frenzy, imagining dream bouts, explosive rivalries, and moments that would leave WWE history books in flames. The crowd erupted into chaos at the thought of it. Every wrestling fan, from casual viewers to hardcore superfans, was left on edge. Yet the drama didn't stop there. Speculation about her contract status, her personal commitments, and even her readiness to endure the physical toll of wrestling added layers of tension. Viewers on social media couldn't stop debating, theories multiplying by the second. Fans couldn't believe what they were seeing unfold. Could Rousey defy the odds again, or was WWE preparing for an emotional farewell? And just when it seemed the story couldn't get any more intense, another bombshell hit. A leaked training video appeared online, showing Rousey in the gym, her eyes locked on the camera, her body moving with lethal precision. Social media exploded, every fan analyzing the footage. Was this a sign she was ready to fight, or a final tease before disappearing once more? As the wrestling world held its breath, one question hung in the air. Would Ronda Rousey rise to reclaim her throne, or was this the calm before the storm that would end her wrestling career forever? The arena lights went dark, and a hush fell over the crowd. Ronda Rousey was about to step back into the ring, and no one knew what to expect. Fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. Rousey emerged with a new intensity, every movement calculated, every glare slicing through the tension in the arena. Viewers on social media went wild, sharing every frame, debating her strategy, and predicting whether she could overcome the obstacles that had sidelined her for months. The crowd erupted into chaos as the opening bell rang, anticipation crackling like electricity through the air. Commentators barely contained their shock. "I haven't seen this level of focus from her in years," one shouted. Every strike, every block, every counter was a testament to her resilience. Fans couldn't believe their eyes. Rousey's presence was magnetic, a force that commanded attention and fear simultaneously. Social feeds exploded with clips of her signature moves, fans replaying each moment to dissect her style, her power, and her determination. But the drama escalated quickly. Her opponent, a seasoned superstar with a reputation for brutality, launched a devastating attack. The crowd gasped in unison, viewers on social media spamming reactions in disbelief. Rousey took the hits, absorbed the punishment, and struck back with a ferocity that stunned everyone. Fans couldn't believe the raw intensity unfolding in front of them. The arena vibrated with energy, chants of her name echoing through every corner. Every move told a story of struggle, recovery, and sheer willpower. Her injuries, the rumors, the doubts, they all collided in the ring tonight. Viewers on social media dissected her form, her speed, her power, and her ability to defy expectations. Fans were captivated by the drama, hanging on every swing, every counter, every near fall. The tension was unbearable, yet impossible to look away from. Then came the moment that would define her comeback. A signature Rousey move, executed with surgical precision, brought the crowd to a fever pitch. Social media exploded. Fans couldn't believe the force and impact, videos going viral within seconds. The arena erupted into chaos, chants merging with screams, the noise almost deafening. Could she really have done it? Could she rise from the brink of despair and prove her critics wrong? As the final moments approached, the world held its breath. Would Ronda Rousey's comeback cement her legacy, or was one shocking twist still waiting to destroy it all? Ronda Rousey stood in the center of the ring, chest heaving, eyes burning. History was watching, and the wrestling world was hanging by a thread. Fans couldn't believe what they had witnessed. After months of rumors, injuries, and dramatic speculation, Rousey's return had shaken WWE to its core. Viewers on social media went wild, debating every move, every strike, every moment. The crowd erupted into chaos, chanting her name as if their lives depended on it. Could a fighter known for ending careers in the octagon truly leave her mark in the squared circle forever? Her journey had been anything but smooth. Long hiatuses, personal struggles, injuries that threatened to end her career, all had built to this moment. Fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. The woman who had once dominated MMA, who had transitioned into wrestling with shock and awe, was now facing the ultimate test. Social feeds were flooded with clips, reactions, and theories, each post dissecting her every move, her every decision. Rousey's legacy was on the line. Could she redefine what it meant to be a crossover athlete? Could she balance the physical toll of wrestling with the expectations of millions of fans worldwide? The arena buzzed with tension as she squared off against her opponent, a battle that would be remembered for years. Fans couldn't look away, viewers on social media analyzing every moment for signs of fatigue or triumph. The stakes had never been higher. And then the climax, an unforgettable sequence of moves, reversals, and counters, each more dramatic than the last. The crowd erupted into chaos, chants and screams merging into a thunderous roar. Viewers on social media couldn't stop replaying it, mesmerized by the spectacle. Fans couldn't believe the intensity, the drama, the emotion. Every second was a testament to her grit, her determination, and her legendary status. As the match ended, Rousey stood victorious, or so it seemed. The arena fell silent for a heartbeat before exploding into cheers and applause. Fans couldn't believe what had happened. Yet, behind the victory, a lingering question remained. Had this comeback truly secured her legacy, or was the real story only beginning? Social media was ablaze with speculation, fans debating whether this was the end of Rousey's WWE story or the start of an even more shocking chapter. One thing was certain, Ronda Rousey had left the world in awe. But as the lights dimmed, fans everywhere wondered, was this the final curtain, or is the most shocking chapter of her career yet to come?